I'd like to ask Eugene Pevsner to say the Pledge of Allegiance. This is actually his flag from his house. It's in his backyard, so he was nice enough to bring it to us. So I'd like to ask him to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please rise. That's right. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I think most of you know, or almost all of you pretty much know who I am, but for those who don't, my name is David Storman. I'm one of the organizers of this historic event. And like most of the people in this room, I was born in the Soviet Union. Like almost all the Russian Jews, I remember being Jewish there was not the most pleasant of experiences. I found out that I was Jewish when I was 4 years old, when my little neighbor's mother told him not to play with me because I was Jewish. And, you know, all throughout my life there, it was a traumatic experience. Everything Jewish was anti-Soviet. You couldn't study the Hebrew language. You obviously couldn't support Israel. You obviously couldn't follow any of the Jewish laws. You could only celebrate holidays if you were hiding it from everyone else. And then about 24 years ago, right about at this time of the year, my uncle came to the United States. And when he went back, the first thing that he mentioned is, well, you go anywhere in the United States and you see signs that say Happy Hanukkah. And we thought, well, it's nice that Jews can put that up in their homes. And he said, no, 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 it's not in their home. It's everywhere. It's in the subway station, it's in stores. Everywhere you go, you see signs that say Happy Hanukkah. And I mean, people stop you and they'll say Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah. We were stunned. I mean, people were celebrating Jewish holidays out in the open. I mean, it's almost like Jews were normal. And it was hard to believe, but a couple years later I wound up coming to the United States with my mother. And again, the first Jewish holiday that was celebrated in the United States was Hanukkah. Actually, I arrived here on Halloween, which is a story all in itself, because imagine you go to a new country, you know nothing about it, and you come outside and everyone's dressed in a Halloween costume. And you think, well, I guess this is how people get dressed here. And I lived in Texas at the time, so the second day I come out, everyone is dressed in cowboy hats and cowboy boots, and I think, well, it must still be Halloween. But in any event, the first holiday was Hanukkah, and I remember we went to a Hanukkah dinner, it was a Hanukkah party, and next day my ESL teacher asked me, what is it that I did yesterday? And at that point I never admitted to anyone in the United States being Jewish, so I kind of tried to not answer. She figured I just don't speak enough English to answer. She tried to get it out of me. And, you know, at some point I didn't want to get a bad grade, so I said, oh yeah, I went to a Jewish holiday party. And in the Soviet Union, every time I would say that I was Jewish, my classmates would just laugh at me. Just for being Jewish, because it was, how could you call yourself a Jew? It was a shameful word. And I kind of braced myself for that one more time. And nobody laughed. Nothing happened. The teacher just moved on. You know, Hanukkah is a story, there's a story of the Hanukkah miracle. Well, this was kind of my miracle.